waiting for the moment that everything will be at the right time. Maybe the amount of money that we need to start that business is not yet there, and we're waiting for the moment where everything will be in place. Or maybe when the situation, the economy in the country will change. But the honest truth is that that right moment will probably never come. Not probably, but it will never come. Hello guys, welcome to Let's Grow Together Afro. My name is David Bisima Murabazi. I'm a third year student in logistics and supply chain management, but also an entrepreneur in Africa. So on this channel we share experiences in order to contribute to the growth of the African youth, because we believe as youth we have a lot of potential that needs to be explored. Now I share topics that concern personal development, financial education, spiritual growth, cultural growth, as well as any topic that contribute to the growth of the youth. So if you're also there for your personal development and personal growth, then guys, let's go! So today's video is actually the second part of the previous video, where I was talking about the possible causes of your failure in your life. For those who didn't watch that video, I'm gonna put the link whether here or somewhere there. So in that video, if you watch it, you realize that I only cover 5 reasons. Why? Because there wasn't enough time to cover all the top 5, all the top 10. So through this video, I'm going to cover the remaining 5 causes of your failure. So stay tuned if you want to know all the possible causes, and through this video at the same time you'll learn what to do in order to avoid falling under those mistakes. So at the end of the day, it will allow you and it will increase your chances of being successful as a person in life. So without wasting time, let's start with the first reason, guys. The first reason of your failure is hesitation. As young people, or as human beings in general, we tend to have this kind of saying that we are waiting for the right moment. Maybe there is this project, this activity, this business that we always want to start, but we keep on telling ourselves that we're waiting for the moment that everything will be at the right time. Maybe the amount of money that we need to start that business is not yet there, and we're waiting for the moment where everything will be in place. Or maybe when the situation, the economy in the country will change. But the honest truth is that that right moment will probably never come. Not probably, but it will never come. The right moment is now. Why? Because you need to start with that little thing that you have. Start from the scratch, and gradually you'll be progressing. That's what I've been doing so far. A very basic example, a very recent one, is my YouTube channel itself. This is a very recent YouTube channel that I opened maybe 2 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. And if you're to go and check out the video, especially the first 5 videos, you realize that the quality of the video is quite low compared to this one. Why? Because I started with a telephone. I was making video through a phone, and I didn't have all the equipment needed in order to make quality video. So my point is what? Just start with what you have, and from the moment you start, as time is going by, you'll be progressing and get to the level where you always wish to be at. So don't wait for the moment when all the materials, or should I say all the resources that you need in order to start that business, that activity, that project are in place, because it will probably never happen. So start with the little thing you have. Maybe it's a business that requires 1,000, maybe 500 euros, $500 in order to start it, and you have 200. You're waiting for the remaining 300 to make it 5 so that you can start. Why don't you start with the 200? Try to eliminate those elements, or should I say features, that are not really that relevant for your project, and start with the little that you have. And as you'll be progressing, as you'll be moving forward, you'll at the same time be improving your activity to the level where you always wish it to be. So that's what I believe in constant improvement, starting smaller and constantly improving. That's the first reason of your failure. The second reason of your failure, guys, is lack of perseverance. As human beings, we tend to, at least in most cases, we tend to give up when things aren't going as planned, when things are very hard, when we're facing challenges. But I used also to be like that, but I got to a point where I needed to work on my mindset. And as I always say, I use different methods in order to work on myself, and one of them is reading books and watching productive videos. So there was this book that really had an impact on my perseverance, which is Think and Grow Rich, where you see examples of great people, successful people, who were able to develop or show that specific quality which allowed them at the end of the day to be successful. And from that book, actually, I learned how to be more perseverant. Okay, just to give you an example of a very recent event, few months, almost a year ago, I think more than a year now, I experienced some challenges in my business. I had a lot of competition back then, and I was feeling like, okay, probably I have to give up on it. It was really too much because I was unable even to pay for the rent, right? And if I couldn't pay for the rent, I also couldn't pay for my workers. So I also got that pressure from my family, from my friend telling me, David, I think this one is done. You need to close, shut down everything, and then just move on and do other things. But instead of doing that, I rather decided to sit down, face my challenges, and see whether I could first do something in order to improve it. Okay, what I did, there is this book that I read in that period, which is the 40 years of prison or 5 years of hard work, written by Maxim Victor. I think I've talked about it in one of my videos. And through this book, actually, the author is talking about marketing, and also is also talking about company management. So through that, I was able to come up with strategies that allowed me actually to overpass my competitors. Today, I've been able to open a second branch in the same activity. Okay, I've been able to get back at least more than half of the market. Yes, I couldn't get everything that I had because when I started, I had the monopoly, but I got almost more than half of the market. I got it back, and today I'm in the top ranking. Okay, in terms of that activity in my city. So that how perseverant is, that how powerful it is. If I ever gave up at that moment, I probably wouldn't have opened the second branch that I'm talking about. And at the end of the day, whether you fail or you succeed, you learn, and that's what matters at the end of the day. They say failure is the way to success. That's what I believe in. So every time I fail, I try to learn from my mistakes and try to see what I can do in order to improve it, to make it better, to not fall again under the same mistake. Okay? Lack of control of your sexual desire. We all know that great people in this world fail because of women. Sorry to say that, but I mean sexual desires. The very recent example is probably the very known musician, American musician R. Kelly, who used to be very lovely back then, with very nice songs back then. But he was in prison because of what? Sexual abuse on minors. For those who are Christian, they probably know the example of David with Bathsheba, or the example of Samson with Delilah, or the example of Solomon with his 1,000 wives, who at the end of the day uh, took him astray and he lost his way. So, a good control of your sexual desire is something which is really required if you really want to be successful in life. Try to have that control. At least if you can abstain yourself, then try not to, how would I say, to spray your energy all over here and there. Okay? Find that woman that you love, or find that woman that you love, or that girl. Okay? Marry her if you are able to do so. And then you remain concentrated, because otherwise you lose focus and it will delay you in pursuing success. So try to reduce, or if possible abstain yourself, or have a better control of your sexual desire. Okay? The fourth reason of your failure, guys, is wrong choice of life partner. I'm probably not the right person to talk about that due to my age and all of that, but for me, okay, what I know, because I'm growing up, okay, and what I know is that the choice of a life partner is something that I take very serious, okay, I take it very, very serious. I would say that it's probably the second biggest decision in my life that I will have to take, or that I will ever have to take in my life, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it will determine the type of person that I'll be, or where I'll be in the future, okay. This is the person that will be with you almost every day. So the impact of this person to your life or on your life is incredibly high. So that's why for me it's very important to carefully choose the type of person you choose to spend your life with. And one of the criteria, you don't have to do like me, but one of the criteria that I really consider, I would mention too, is my vision first. I'm a man of vision, I know where I'm going to, so I try to look in that person, okay? Whether the person shares the same vision with me, or whether the person is willing to compromise, okay, in order to follow me with my vision. Okay, that's one of the things. Apart from that, there is also personality. There are also qualities. So it's very important to really carefully choose your partner, because there is even this saying which makes sense at the end of the day: behind every great man there is a great woman. It makes sense at the end. So the fifth reason of your failure, guys, is excessive caution. Excessive caution. This is something that we tend to deal with. It's somehow related to hesitation as well. In most cases, we keep on waiting for the moment when everything will be okay, or we don't want to take any risks. But the truth is, there is this saying that says, who doesn't take risks never gain anything, or doesn't have anything. I'll probably put it on the screen because I'm not probably citing it properly. And there is also this citation that says, life itself is a risk. So if life itself is a risk, why being that precautional? Why taking too much precautions? At the end of the day, you end up missing all life opportunities. I'm not telling you guys to take risks without measuring the result and the consequences of it, but at least don't be too excessive in terms of precaution, okay? Alright? I'm known as someone who takes a lot of risks. Somehow it has had some positive and negative impact on my life, okay? But as I always said, what matters is the end result and the lesson that we learn from it. If it's successful, you learn from it. If it's a failure, you're still learning from it, right? You're still going to learn from it. So that's what I believe in, okay? When I see an opportunity, I try to measure the possible risks, okay? I try to limit the risks, and then I launch myself into the activity or the opportunity itself. I see the opportunity and go for it. So yeah, that was it for today, guys. Those are the 5 main reasons for your failure. If you're able to control or to mitigate each of them, then you can be sure that you're at least on the right track towards success. So if the video was quite interesting to you, don't forget to leave a like, okay, to leave a comment, to subscribe, and activate the notification bell. And thank you again for watching me today, and take care of you guys. Bye bye.